I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own.
How's it going today, everyone? Well, it's Sunday. I think it's April 29th or something. And it's a beautiful day out here in the Portland area. I got on my oldest, most beat-up shirt. It's my old Festival Artemis shirt. I've had it for a long time, and it's got all these holes in it. And I was thinking about all the things that I want to do this summer. And it got me thinking about ritual, routines, planning out things. And I just wanted to go over, a couple of things that, conundrums within the within our lives. See, we love stability as humans. We don't always realize it. And it took me until a few years back to start to really give respect to ritual and routine. For everyone it's different. Maybe get up, simply have a cup of coffee. It's all part of the system. But when that routine gets broken by, let's say, something happens, whether maybe it's an emergency or a circumstantial issue, or maybe you go out on a vacation for a week, everything changes. Our digestion changes, the way that we think. Everybody knows that you poo differently when you're out on vacation, and you can stay up later at certain instances, and you just feel off, and it's different, and it's more than just traveling to another place. It's the excitement of the novelty of it. And so anyhow, I have, what got me thinking about this is that I have a thing that I do each year, my routine, because it's festival season. I'm standing in the bus thinking about where are we going to go. We're going to see the Dead and Company in the Gorge, but don't have a whole lot of plans. The one thing I do like to do every year is go to Soak. Soak is the Portland Regional Burn, it's a regional, most states have a regional burn, so it's like Burning Man community, a local, Burning Man communities, so they can celebrate. And the first time I went, that was back when I played in the band Related Material with my brother, and he's like, yeah, we got this gig. If we play for free, we can get some exposure, And so we went and checked it out, not knowing what to expect, and I just loved it. That was 10 years ago, so this would be my 10th year, I believe, going to Soak. Every year, it's the one ritual, the one routine that I make sure I always do. And I missed 1 year a few years back, but they don't announce tickets until a couple months before the event, and I kept checking every week. And then a couple weeks ago, I went to check, and they were like, oh, tickets sold out in 5 minutes as usual. And because they only sell like 1,500 tickets. And I have to get a ticket for my friend and I, plus my bus, and they don't have many RV passes. And I love it. It's like my community event, and I can't do it because I couldn't get tickets. They have a flash sale on May 1st, I think, where you can, but there's so many people looking for tickets. And in previous years, I had an issue getting a ticket for a friend, and I looked on my Facebook group, but now I don't use Facebook anymore because I hate Facebook, so I don't know what to do about that. But anyhow, breaking that routine and having that expectation, it sucks, And I have a good friend who, he loves to plan things out way ahead of time. I have a couple friends like that. And I've always been the kind of fly by the seat of my pants guy. In other words, we'll figure it out when it comes. And when it comes to going to concerts and events, sometimes when it comes to concert tickets, we'll actually go and just say, well, we'll just find some when we're there. Only for certain events can you get away with that. Sometimes they're even cheaper than face value, like a Dead shows or Fish shows. But you're also taking a huge risk. I mean, if you take all this time off work and make a big plan to go do something and you just chance it, for a lot of people that's scary. That's even going camping for us. It was always the same way. We'd go up into the woods and we'd be like, well, where are we going to go? I don't know. Let's just drive down this road and see what happens. And sometimes it just turned out crappy. Other times it turned out phenomenal. So I guess in essence, this video, what I'm trying to convey or ask would be, for each individual, I guess we need to consider where we draw the line between making plans and just hoping for the best. And I tend to hope for the best more often than not. I don't make a lot of plans, and that can be detrimental sometimes if other people want to make plans. But the key to this is there's no disappointment if you have no expectations. And that may sound like a cop-out. In fact, it kind of is. But it really has been a valuable tool in my life to not have expectations. And that means when I go on a trip, go to an event, go on vacation, who knows, the worst might happen, maybe a breakdown. You don't want to expect the worst to happen. You want to plan for the worst and expect the best. And I should say plan for the worst and hope for the best, sorry. But have no expectations of the way anything will turn out. And so I'm curious to hear other people's thoughts on that. You know, are you a planner? Are you a person who just has to have a list of every detail? I mean, and where has it really benefited you? You know, because for me, there are certain instances where planning is a great thing, but being let down when you have too many expectations, I think that can be dangerous. Not dangerous, I guess, but just harmful to the psyche. And before I go, because I'm going to make this a relatively quick one, I wanted to say it's not just about, you know, your plans or vacations or any of these other things I'm talking about. It's about people, too. Having expectations of people can be one of the most damaging things to a relationship, especially when people meet a friend or a significant other and then they decide, well, I can change this person. I may hate their values, but I'm going to change them. And this idea that we can change people or we expect people to respond or be a certain way, you know, we'll change together as people because we all want to be liked. We all want to be accepted. But we kind of, you know, we all know where to draw the line. I mean, as to what's tolerable, and each individual has to decide that. But you have to be, if you're having, I don't know, if you expect a person to change, then you may be in for a surprise. Because often we don't see the fullness of a person, the truth of who a person fully is. But more than that, we have unrealistic expectations about life and people a lot of the time. I see it all the time in society, and especially the way that, you know, industry, the advertising industry and marketing promotes the hell out of this idea that we should expect to look a certain way or feel a certain way. And the reality is that's just not how life goes. So I wish you all the best of Sundays, if you're watching this on Sunday. And I guess I'll talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful day, whatever you may be doing. Looks like this video will end up being about 7:19 long. That's kind of cool. Thanks for coming to Carpo's channel, yo.